Mishachal v'shachach v'loy beirich, a person that ate, he forgot to make a bracha achrona. V'shamayim yachas l'makam. V'shamayim say he has to return to his place. B'silamim yavarach makam shenisker. He should make wherever he remembers. He should make the bracha. Ve'ad motzim yavarach until how long after the meal could he make a bracha? At kedei shisak l'mazon shebemeiv until the food digests. That's the Mishnah. Now the Gemara is Daf Nun Gimel Amud Beis. Misha Ochel. If you look from the top in the big lines.
It's right across from Nissan going on the right side.
Yes. 12 lines from the top and the big lines, right next to the Nissan Goyim. First words of the first word is Li.
Yeah, no one.
Li.
Here, Sean, right here's the Gemara for you. Alright, did we use it? It's not easy. I don't know if you know. He knows it by heart.
Misha Ochel. So he said that a person that ate and he left the place. So Machloikis of Beishamai and Beis Hillel. Beishamai said Yachzil Mekamei. Beis Hillel says no. But the Mishnah is talking about a case of Shach. Amar Reb Zvid, they tell me Reb Dimi Bar Abba. So they said Reb Zvid. No, Machloikis B'Shokach. The Mishnah says the Machloikis is by Shokach. So here's a Machloikis. Beishamai is Machmir. Beis Hillel is Meikel. Beishamai says you have to go back. Beis Hillel says you could say wherever you are.
Sorry, what's the Mishnah? What's the case again?
The Mishnah says a person that forgot to make a brocha chroina and he went to another place.
Right.
Beishama is machmi, he has to go back, and Beis Hillel Meikel that he doesn't have to go back.
And you could say wherever he is.
Wherever he can say wherever he is.
Which, I mean to go halacha l'maisa, right?
Yeah, we're going to go halacha l'maisa. But when we finish the sugya, we'll go halacha l'maisa.
I think somebody told me you ought to do that. The second one.
Oh, well, you see, it's very dangerous. Give a few lines of Gemara, you'll see it's quite dangerous.
So, I mean, again,
we're lucky we have no lions roaming in the streets of New York because you'll see soon it's very dangerous.
It could be that there's different shittas, like most things in Jewish.
Okay, so we'll find out. We'll find out all the shittas now.
Well,
Omer of Zvid.
And Hagen shittas.
We'll find them all out. They're all here.
Yeah, all right.
Omer of Zvid, the Temer of Divi Barabba. Machloikes b'shokach. Avo. Bebezid. So the whole machlokes is by shokach. So B'Shama is machmer, Beis Hillel is meikel. B'Shama says you got to go back. Beis Hillel says you can make wherever you are. Wherever you are, you can make the bracha there. Au b'mezid. No, everyone agrees. Yazlam Kamiv, he has to go back. Zog the Gemara Pshita. What can I? That's what the Mishnah says. Shokach tanan. The whole machlokes was shokach. If you forgot, B'Shama is machmer, Beis Hillel meikel. B'Shama says you have to go back. Beis Hillel says you don't have to go back. But that was the Mishnah. The Mishnah says we're talking about shokach. Obviously, b'mezid, there's no argument. B'mezid, you have to go back. So, what is it telling us? Zog the Gemara Mal the time. I would think without Zvid, the who didn't b'mezid, it makes no difference if it was b'shoigig or b'mezid. I don't care. The din is always the same. Mishamas Chitzela always argue. Why is the Mishnah talking in the case of shokach? Lo yidiach, to let you know, koich and the Beishamai, the power of Beishamai. That Beishamai is so machmir that even b'shokach, I would think shokach, it's always the same thing. You have to go back. If you hold, you have to go back. You go back. If you don't have to go, you don't have to go back. So I would think that the whole argument is always, the argument is the same thing. Mezid, shokach, it's always the same thing. So this is no, that really there's a big difference on shokach, and if it was b'mezid or b'shogeg, it's a big difference. Kamash Maloni tells you Achidush that there's a big difference if it was b'shogeg or it was b'mezid. So again, to the bottom line is, whatever you might have thought that shogeg and mezid is the same thing. But the bottom line is we say no. Shogeg and mezid is not the same thing. We don't look so much on the cheftza, on the bracha. We look on the gavra, on the person. If he was b'mezid, he knew he's supposed to make a bracha, and he walked away anyway. So Beis Hillel don't argue. Everyone says you have to go back. The chacham are going to punish you. You have to go back, so this way you won't forget. The whole issue is if it was b'shogeg. So if we're going to punish him for shogeg, Beis said we're going to punish him for shogeg, he has to go back, and Beis Hillel said we're not going to punish him for shogeg. But b'mezid, Everyone agrees.
Beis Hillel as well.
Basil agree they all have to go
Go
back. Baruch Adonai, Melech HaMashiach, Dvarim.
Amen.
Okay.
Don't give on the base. Don't give on the base.
Why,
Of course, from this is going.
why can't it say Bemezid and tell us the
Few lines
Chiddush,
down from that.
the Chiddush the Chiddush that you have to go back if it's the other way? If it said Bemezid,
You don't have to go back.
yeah. Why is the Chiddush? Is a Chiddush according to Beis Shammai and a Chiddush according to Beis Hill?
It's a good takasha. Well, I guess that's a bigger chiddush. Ad kedei kach der machmir.
Also, because in this instance, we pass like Beis Shammai. We don't normally pass like Beis Shammai. You should go back. I think Beis Hillel is ready. You don't even with the you don't have to go back.
If it's B'shoy.
Sure, right. But I'm saying, but we pass in one of the rare instances here. We pass like Beis Shammai.
Right. Shulchan Aruch
Is that
paskins
true?
like Beis Shammai. Yeah. Shulchan Aruch
And you don't have
paskins.
to go back?
Beis Shammai,
have to?
you have to always go back.
B'shoy? Really?
It's one of the 18. It's one
It's
of the,
one of the things that I don't know if it's nachashim from the 18 things. No. There's a machlokes rishonim if we pass them like Beis Shammai, Beis Hillel. The Shulchan Aruch paskins because the Beis Yosef has a simple formula that when the Rif and the Rosh and the Rambam are the three Dayonim, so if two of them go in one way, that's the way he paskins. Since the Rosh and the Rif both paskin that the halacha here is like Beis Shammai, so the Shulchan Aruch paskins like Beis Shammai.
How is that, because I had an instance myself where my Rav, who was not a Mako, certainly not Mako, my Rav then,
Yeah.
he moved to Lakewood.
Yeah.
So, in touch
So what
with
did
him,
he
got
say?
like,
What did he say?
I was walking to Borough Park, and I made Kiddush at home for my family. I was walking with my wife, but the rest of my family
And he
stayed
said, "You don't
home.
have to go back."
No, because if I remember correctly, it was definitely not B'mezid. I definitely did not do B'mezid. But I was already walking.
How'd you ask? Where was he when you asked him?
I might have asked him afterwards. Again, I don't know. I don't remember the story. It didn't happen just yesterday or the past Shabbos. It happened a few years ago at least. So I don't remember exactly when or what, but that's what I remember he told
We'll
me.
leave that locha for tomorrow. But it's a machlokes hapoiskim.
And do you know if that's all Shitas or it's Machlokes Poskim?
Shulchan Aruch paskins like Beis
So
Shammai.
meaning the Ramah or the Beis
Beis
Yosef?
Yosef.
Because the Ramah could hold different.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
So zog the Gemara.
When we're
But-
going to be about eat, is Brochas Hamazon?
Biggest Hamazon, yes.
Not just Zaynus or
Probably also Mazonis. Not only Biggest Hamazon, Mazonis too.
what's the shear?
We'll talk about
By
this.
the way, Ramban, you said the three Dayanim.
The Dayonim are the Rif, the
Right,
Rosh,
Rosh.
and the Rambam.
Rambam, Ramesh Rambam.
Yeah.
when we learned the halachas in Shulchan Aruch, we went to the thing if you could still see the. We went to the whole thing if you could still see. from
Kufayin Ches,
outside.
right. We talk about this is a different simon. This is called
Right.
Peidalet. They're connected. Tanya Omro Lahem Beis Hillel Beis Shammai. Beis Hillel said to Beis Shammai, Lidivrechem, according to you, Mishach B'Reish Abira, he ate on top of the building. The high risers, the Mestama, they had something like the Twin Towers or the Freedom Tower. Something with 3.5 floors in Bavel. So he ate B'Reish Abira, 3.5 flights up to the top of the building.
Was Bira again?
Bira is a high building,
The building,
like that Freedom Tower.
One of those houses in Borough Park.
In the bylaws of the city
Yeah.
of Rome,
Yeah.
yeah.
there's
A
a
few,
law
a few
that you're
stories.
not allowed to build a building higher than 8 stories.
Mm-hmm.
Mashma that till 8 stories they did have.
Okay. I guess.
Why was it 8?
We say eight.
In Rome. In Rome.
Oh, it talks about.
But the Rome is
more?
Bavel is different.
Oh,
Rome,
maybe
they were quite sophisticated builders. In Mechuzah and Pumbedisa and Nardo, I don't know if they had the same builders as Rome.
When
Maybe.
in Hanukkah we say up to that shear. I
10,
mean,
12.
they had buildings of Hanukkah which had to be
10,
20, which would have to be that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
what is that again? What's
20 amma. It could be 20 amma. Okay, fine. Tanya.
Which is high, but not that
High. Yeah. Not as high as the Twin Towers.
No, or not as high as what we're
At the Freedom
talking
Tower.
about here,
Yeah.
or even here.
Our
Or
limit is-
imagine here it is.
Right. According to you, a man ate on top of the top of the building. He forgot to make a bracha chrono. They climbed down all the steps. V'loy beirach, he didn't make a bracha. So what should he do? Yachzor l'rosh habira. Should he go back, climb up all the steps? That's crazy.
They didn't
Not
have
only
an
that,
elevator.
all
Right.
the exercise is going to cause all the food to become digested. And then by the time he gets there, it'll be pshat eagle.
Yeah. Amar b'sham beis Hillel b'sham said beis Hillel. What's your question? They said. According to you, let me ask you a question. A person that had a wallet full of money, and he left it in the top floor of the building. He forgot. He went downstairs. What are you going to say? You shouldn't go up and take it. You're crazy. You're going to schlep all the way back upstairs to get your money. Forget about the money. No one's going to say that.
What's your mind like?
The COVID atzma, for his own COVID, he will go up the steps. For sure, you should go up for the COVID shemayim.
Can I say something? When I was learning Boyer, so the Rav said that this is going back when I was after post high school, that if you're not allowed to take a bone out of the soup. So I said anything that you take out of it's because of Boyer. I said anything you take out of the soup is going to be wet. So by definition, you have to take out some of the soup with the bone. So why is that Boyer? So over here, let's say for the wallet, he goes and he gives Meiser from the. He says, you know what? Okay, I'm going to give Meiser. So it's not Kavod Shemayim. It's not Kavod Atzma. It's Kavod Shemayim.
So what? He's not going to go back for the one?
He's going to go back for the wallet, but it's not Kavod Atzma because he's going to get Meiser. So therefore, something's going to get.
No, but the dogma is...
One second. Something's going to be gained by going back for the wallet. Now, Shankin over here, something could be lost by going back to bench because. He could be.
Yeah, you should take carrot sticks. You should eat one carrot stick on every what's it called?
Every step, every floor.
So,
But in those days, they didn't have carrot sticks.
Maybe they did.
Yosef.
It was like they did candy a whole Erev Yom Kippur. It's a mitzvah l'avos b'achila. So he ate a candy a whole day in Erev Yom Kippur.
The grower.
The goy was...
Yeah.
But your thing is
Really?
You're asking an halachic thing.
90%
It's not whether you
of
should
what-
be matriach or something,
For
not
what?
be
For
matriach.
that?
For the
We're asking a
what?
halachic
90%,
thing.
even
If
if
the
you-
No,
halachic
but
is
that's
when you're all the
what
way
we say,
down,
but we say that
it's an halachic
You make
you
a
have to
Baruch
go
shita
back
for your
up
business.
or
Why
not.
don't you give Meiser?
So you're saying the
you're
machlokes
making
is
a
based
Baruch
on
shita
the
for your
Gemara. It's
business.
based on
It's not true,
you're
that's-
lazy, you don't have the strength.
The
Because the
mindset
halachas
is-
moed,
Right.
you don't have to go
All
back
the
up
other
strength.
90%
It's talking about a
means
halachic
that
thing.
you're
Are
doing
you
it really for the
mechuyev?
Eibishter. The
We're
Rebbe has
not
also
taking in mind this. Are you mechuyev to go back and bench once you left the area or not? And here we're asking a shayla based on chutzpah. That doesn't seem
Bisham
like
and
a-
Basilil had the right to define what a gzeira should be.
Right.
Chazal made a gzeira that a person, according to the B'Zvid and the way we paskin that the B'Zvid, when it says it is gerecht, right?
Yeah.
That everyone agrees that if it was bemazed, he ate, he walked away knowingly that he has to go back. So Beishamai said, we're going to extend this gzeira also for B'Shogeg. Why? Because it makes sense to us. We want to do it. So Beishamai could have an opinion like that.
You know, yeah.
So they want to widen the gzeira. Lav dafka that could be that the shaila was what was the definition of the first gzeira,
The frau.
but it could be no. Could be Beishamai wanted to add to the gzeira. I'm not sure. If they decided they wanted to add to the gzeira, they could do
You
it.
see, a lot of times it's amazing. I mean, I'm more asking. I'm not saying amazing. When you say that it's amazing, it's not. In Allah, it's not an excuse. You do something amazing. You forgot to daven mincha. You didn't daven mincha. Was that amazing? Or you forgot? You want to do a tashlum. So if it's amazing.
You can't forget
I don't
amazing.
understand what you're saying. Look at what's negate. Look at tefillah to here.
But I'm just saying.
First of all, by
if it's
tefillah there is a
amazing-
difference. Amazing shogeg. If it's a tefillah tashlumim, so taka makes no difference.
Right.
But there's sometimes it makes a difference. For
I mean,
example,
there's stricter things. If sometimes something's amazing, it's a stricter type of thing. Dafka, because it's amazing. There's
sometimes
stricter
yeah,
things.
sometimes
That's-
not. Sometimes
uh-huh.
amazing and shogeg are the same. Sometimes they're not the
It's
same.
not the same. It's not
You
really
can't
possible.
ask them
You
to
can't
cross
ask them
chachamim.
different. Okay.
So they decided that no, they think that the gzeira should be heim b'shogeg and heim b'mezid.
How could you forget the
It's like Toysa says about gzeira l'gzeira.
No, you can't.
The same thing here.
Intentionally does it.
Zog the Gemara a story. Hanu tre Talmide, there were two Talmide. Chad David b'Shoigig, k'bei Shammai.
He
One
left the place of food.
was b'Shoigig, but he said, "No, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back." What happened? He went back. V'eshkach arna kedadava. He found a wallet full of gold. Chav David b'Mezid k'bei Hillel. He did b'Mezid like Beis Hillel.
You find his wallet or you find her wallet?
Someone else's wallet.
Oh, just because he did the mitzvah the right way.
Yeah.
Get the schar right away.
I guess the case of the Arnat Kedadava was that there was no simonim, v'chulu v'chulu. He was able to keep it, or it was a place of goy, whatever it is. Chad David.
Like they just found in the Mediterranean yesterday.
What did they find?
They found thousands of coins
Gold coin.
From
1,600 years ago.
wow.
Yeah, the first Roman emperor they had a picture of him, the first one that became a Galach, that converted to the Catalan, year 400.
So
Jesus.
On a soft coins.
Hundreds, yeah.
Wow. Next to shipwreck or is
Yeah, the ship.
The ship
They knew?
went down in Tottenham base.
And they knew about this.
Did someone forget the bench over there?
Maybe the two divers did that. Maybe they had eaten a picnic and they went back to the bench.
Yeah, exactly. The other guy did b'mezid like Beis Hillel. The Ochlari was eaten up by a lion.
I hate when that happens.
Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly.
You know, because you don't bench. You don't
It
bench.
seems to be the Gemara's such a hinting. You better not. Don't take this too lightly.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Rashi has a funny pshat bemis in the Gemara. Rashi says that what does it mean he did b'mezid Beis Hillel? Didn't do like Beis Hillel. Because b'mezid Beis Hillel also says you have to go back. What do you mean b'mezid Beis Hillel? He means it was b'mezid, and Beis Hillel says that you don't have to go back. B'shoigeg, he says, but he did the Beis Hillel thing of not going back. He didn't do like Beis Hillel.
Hillel doesn't say it.
Well, he said that he did amazing. He knew not that he forget to bench. He's going to bench in different place.
Right.
So it's not that the amazing over here is that I don't want to bench here. I want to bench over there.
Agroisa balaveda. But that's not what Beis Hillel said. Beis Hillel only said if a person was shokach, he forgot.
Then you don't have to go back.
But not v'chatchila. You're gonna go.
Saying, I'm going
I
to
finished
bench over
eating.
there.
I
And
didn't do
I'm going to bench
v'chzamazin.
over
I'm gonna go bend. That's not what Beis Hillel said.
That's not
So
amazing.
Rashi says, what does it mean, Beis Hillel? Not that they did like the opinion of Beis Hillel. Beis Hillel says, don't go back. They didn't go back, but they didn't do like Beis Hillel.
Right.
They didn't do
It's
like
different
Beis Hillel.
mazid.
Right,
In the mazid you have two kinds.
right. But it's not the pshat they did mamish like Beis Hillel. That's the pshat of Rashi. The Bach has a moide dike pshat. Has a totally different pshat. B'chlal, there's a machloikas we mentioned before. There's a machloikas rishonim. What's really the halacha? What's the halacha? Is the halacha like Beis Shammai? What's like Beis Hillel? Some rishonim say the halacha has to be like Beis Shammai. Why? Because why would he find a treasure of gold if he did like Beis Shammai? Daf Yud, the Mishnah says that Reb Tarfon went on the road and he was from the Talmid of Beis Shammai, and there was a machlok Beis Shammai Beis Hillel. What's B'shar B'shar B'chov Komecha? Beis Hillel said B'shar B'chov Komecha means B'shosh the Adam Sheikh B'shosh the Adam Komim. In the time when people go to sleep, in the time when people wake up, that's when you have to say Krishma at night and Tisha in the morning, which has to do with the sukkahs that we're learning Shabbos before Mincha. So B'shar B'chov means the time, and that's the pashas the way we pass. And well,
The Mishnah and the Brochas.
Mishnah Brochas, the feud.
The lie down?
No, this is Pam Echad.
And Reb Tarfon is saying I'm alive. You're lucky you're alive.
Kedaya Yisa. Lochav Batzimcha Shamat al Divrei Beis Hillel. They said, yeah,
Otherwise you'll,
if they killed you, we wouldn't cry too much. If they killed you, we'd say, you deserved it. What was the crime? What was the big crime?
Standing up to cover Shemayim.
Yeah. Why? The only crime was that he listened to Beis Shammai. That was the whole crime.
Right.
So why? So the
No, not there.
No, not there. Obviously, the shaila is over there. The Tarfon listened to Beis Shammai, and he almost died. And they said, if you die, we would say, Nish Gefeilach. He deserved it, right? Now, this guy went and did like Beis Shammai,
In the line.
and he finds a bag of gold.
So you're saying that
Is a raya that here the halacha is like Beis Shammai.
It's a serial lechora.
Other Rishonim say, no, it's a raya that here the halacha is like Beis Shammai. And the other Rishonim say, no.
even if he gave me all the gold in the world.
No, it's different. Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel don't argue here. And Beis Shammai, Beis Hillel says, oh, you want to go back, L'kovet Shemayim? Fine. I'm not going to obligate you. Over there, standing and sitting is equal. It's the same thing. And you're gonna say, I'm dafka gonna stand, I'm dafka gonna sit. Now, if you want to sit because you're gonna have more kavanah, so taka, all the Rishonim say it's not a problem. If you're gonna stand more kavanah, but if you're gonna sit, not because it's easier, because your legs are hurting you, you're gonna sit because Beis Shammai said to sit, and that's the pshat of B'shach b'cha. But we say no, Beis Shammai is wrong. Beis Hillel is right. B'shach b'cha doesn't mean when you're sitting or when you're leaning to sleep. B'shach b'cha means the time when people go to sleep. So you're now you're making a brouhaha to say that I'm gonna paskin against Beis Hillel, so you deserve a big punishment. But over here, it's similar to what the Alter Rebbe says. Beis Shammai, Beis Hillel, that the Shammai used to buy a behemoth every day. Sunday he used to go into the market buy behemoths. If L'kovet Shabbos. Monday he saw a big fat behemoth that was more beautiful than the first one. So he would check the first one, and the second he would leave for Shabbos. And the whole week he ate L'kovet Shabbos. And Hillel said, Baruch Hashem Yom Yom. So the Alter Rebbe says, no, it's not also for you to go into the marketplace, see Sunday a cow. Ah, this is the cow. Come here. Monday you see a fat cow, even better than the first. You can shech the first, make a barbecue, and then they say, no, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to, you can do the other way here also. So the Rishonim say, if you want to go and be machmer and walk up the 10 flights, no problem. So that's what they say. So therefore, it's not a raya that the halacha is, the fact that he pound a pot of gold doesn't mean that the halacha is like Beis Shammai. Because everyone agrees if you want to
you don't pass it halacha from story. It happened to me. Yeah. It's a proof to me. But
another thing is that
some do pass.
Oh, some paskin, and the Shulchan, the Rif and the Rosh paskin that the halacha is like Beis Shammai.
Because of the Ma'aseh?
One of the reasons because the Bach says not just because of the Ma'aseh. He says more than that. The Bach says the Rif and the Rosh both bring the story of Reb Zvid. They quote the story of Reb Zvid. Reb Zvid said that one was the Machloikis. The Machloikis of Shammai Basil was only forgot, but if it was B'meizid, it's different.
Everyone's must.
So Bach says, I understand. What's important to know, the Rif and the Rosh never quote Pilpulim. They just quote the Halach. If we paskin like Beis Shammai, which they do paskin like Beis Shammai, so what's Negeya what the Beis Hillel was thinking?
What's the other meaning?
What's Negeya? Just tell me, Halach is like Beis Shammai. What's Negeya? So he says, no, it's very Negeya. It's very Negeya. What's Negeya is like this. He explains. What was the story of the two Talmidim? So he has a pshat in the two Talmidim, beautiful pshat. What happened was like this. The whole machloikas here is a person that forgets, or intentionally, he didn't bench it. And now he calls it up. He says, what should I do? Should I go back or should I not go back? But what happens in a different case? He already went to a second location and he benched. Now he realized, oh, wait a minute. I was supposed to go back. What do I do now? Now do I go back and bench again or not?
That's what
we don't say.
So wait a minute. The Bach says that this is again a machloiket Beis Shammai Beis Hillel. Whatever Beis Hillel says, everything is a step more kuladik, and Beis Shammai is always one step more chumradik. That's why it's important to know what Zvid says. When he lechatchila went to a second location, so there's a machloiket Beis Shammai Beis Hillel. But if he already went to a second location and he made a bracha, so Beis Shammai is always one step more machmer than Beis Hillel. So if he already made another bracha in another place, so
where's that mashma from the Gemara? It's not mashma from the Gemara.
That's because he says the Gemara says that one person did like Beis Hillel and he got eaten up by a lion. What do you mean he did like Beis Hillel and he got eaten up by a lion? What does it mean he did like Beis Hillel and he got eaten up by a lion? What's the pshat? Rashi says the pshat is that he intentionally went away and he had in mind that he's going to bench in the other place. But that's not what Beis Hillel said you should do. Beis Hillel said you're not allowed to do that. Beis Hillel said if you forgot. But that's not. So he said that's not the. This also the case of B'Shoigeg B'Mezid doesn't flow. One did B'Shoigeg like B'Shamai. He really did like B'Shamai. And they are according to Rashi, they wanted the Beis Hillel. He didn't do like anyone. He didn't do like anyone. So he says no. The pshat is different.
They went to another place.
They went to another place, and they already benched. So one guy said, "What should I do?" B'Shamai says you always have to go back. If you're already benched. And if it was b'mezid, you have to go back. Not always b'mezid. If he didn't bench it, I don't care shogeg, I don't care b'mezid, you got to go back. But if you're already benched, so b'sham says b'shogeg, nishkeferel. B'mezid, you got to go back. So one said, okay, I'll go back, like b'sham says. The other one said no. Basil said you don't have to go back. So I'm not going to go back.
So the line ate him.
The line ate him. That's the pshat of the Bach.
It was the making.
Did the line make
It's
a bracha
very,
before you ate it?
It's a big Kiddush. It's a very big.
Not just a Kiddush, it's a big.
He did like him.
Okay, but
It's you know, who would ever think that would happen to somebody? That it means in effect he got punished right on the spot.
okay. So, but that's what the Gemara says. The line ate him up. I mean, that's not. The fact is,
That was the story.
The story was
I know, but
he did something like Beis Hillel, and the line ate him up. And Rashi's pshat is actually a little funny because he didn't really do. According to Rashi, he intentionally went from the first place to the second place and benched there instead of going back intentionally. That's not what Beis Hillel said.
intentionally.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
said.
not
He
b'shogeg.
intentionally. Huh?
It's not b'shogeg.
Right.
Where do we see that Beis Shammai says the word if you're already benched? Where do you see this one? If you're already benched, you don't have to go back if it was b'shogeg. Where do you see that?
That's what he says. That's why they quote the story of Zvid. Otherwise, what's Nageya?
Yeah, but
What's Nageya? What Beis Hillel says.
I understand, but
It's
the whole
Nageya is that Beishamai, because Beishamai is because Nageya to know because the Bemis is that Beishamai is always one step more machmer.
Right.
So therefore, you should know what Beis Hillel holds. So now you'll know that Beishamai is always one step worse.
Ah, I see.
So-
So this is the case. So that we fit this case is how we fit it in.
Right, right.
But the Kiddush, the Gemara should really say that because it doesn't explain that halacha. If you bench in another place,
Right.
it says this Maisa, and it's not the.
That's what it says. That was the Maisa. That was the case of the Maisa.
Right. There's a missing piece in the Gemara. And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, but
explaining
you're
that.
supposed to deduce it from the Maisa. That's what happened.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you
You're
go
right,
to
we
the
do.
other place, it's not
That's why they
bracha
bring down
levatala,
rice.
it's to bench twice.
Because Chachamim could tell you to do whatever they want. Chachamim could tell you to bench 25 times in a day. That's not Broch Levatala. If Chachamim tell you to do something, you have to listen to them. The Torah never said to make a bracha. David HaMelech came along, you have to make 100 brachas in a day. No one says, wait, 100 brachas a day, bracha levatala 100 times. No, because David HaMelech has the right.
Not in one
But
thing.
before David HaMelech came, there was no bracha. David HaMelech said, okay, boys, from today on, 100 brachas a day. No one said, hey, wait a minute, it's 100 times a bracha levatala. That's not a bracha levatala. David HaMelech said to do it, and Bezin said to do it, so it's not a bracha levatala. So if Chachamim decided, the Beis Shammai holds, that Chachamim said like this, that if you go from point A to point B and you didn't bench yet, I don't care if it's shogeg, I don't care if it's mazed, you always have to go back. But if you already benched, then it depends. If it was shogeg, okay, forget about it. If it was mazed, you gotta go back and bench a second time. So what? Chacham could say go back and bench 30 times. That if they decide to make a gzeidet, that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. It's not a bracha vatol is if I decided to make the bracha. But if Chachamim tell me to make a bracha, that's not a bracha vatol.
By the way, you go back and you bench. It's not necessarily always benching, right? Because correct me if I'm wrong, you could be just have to say burn the fushes.
No. Put away.
It's
Burn
only-
the fushes.
it's only-
It's only for benching and
No,
probably also for alamichya.
Ah, okay.
Probably also for alamichya.
But 1 minute. So if you go back and say Al Mikra, let's say for example, if that's
You're
the
going to
case.
find a half a
And-
pot of gold.
No, that's what you're hoping. But you hope and pray, as the saying goes. But
Yeah.
what I was going to say is, what I want to say is, then what do you do with the second place? Do you have to do anything over because of the second place?
No,
that
you
already
didn't
passed?
eat in the second place.
No, you said you did.
No.
No, the second
If you
place.
ate in the second place, forget about it. That's another discussion.
That's another.
If you ate in the second
I'm
place-
thinking that's what
No.
you did. So you benched in the second place only because You didn't.
don't see
You
the
don't. You
finish
didn't
it.
remember
They
benching
have
the
another
first
design.
one.
Right. If you eat in the second place, everything is different. It's no. Everything is different. If you eat in the second place, everything is different.
Exactly.
When they wash,
Even that, you're not.
Everything is different. That's what some of the Rishonim say. If you don't want to go back, just take a little bit of food and eat it in the second place, and then you don't have to go back.
Yeah, but that, again, that's also
Listen,
only
your
for
wife's in the
Shagig, or
car.
that would be
Doesn't
the-
matter.
Shall and buy it.
Amazing.
I don't matter. The Rishonim say it doesn't matter. Shogeg or Mezid.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go back, there's a trick. Go and eat some more food in the second place.
Does it matter how much time passed?
Yes,
Yeah, it's supposed to be 2
it
hours.
has to be.
There's
Well,
different cheeses on
it
that.
has to be less time than the time it takes for the food to digest, which is the Gemara will learn right soon.
Right.
And how much
Different
time that is, we'll have to deal with that in a
Yeah.
few minutes. Hopefully, we'll get to that.
Mm.
So the Gemara continues. So another story. Another story. Zog the Gemara, Rabbi Bar Bachona have a cause of the Beshayarte. Rabbi Bachona was going with a group of people. They're walking through the desert.
In a caravan.
Yeah. Ochel v'ishteli. Veloy berich. He ate, he forgot. He didn't make a bracha charona, he didn't bench. Omar, and then they kept on walking. And Omar, he said to himself, hey, Chavid, what should I do now? I'm going to tell the people. An shoi, I forgot. Levorech, to make a bracha. You know what's going to happen? They're going to tell me. Broch kalechet. Kol hechel. Brich, make a bracha now. Why? Kol hechel mevorchet, lachmoni mevorchet. Wherever you are, you make a bracha to the Eibishter. Haknish and Chainik. Don't make us crazy.
We're also in a dangerous place.
Right. So Mutav Daminalu, he says, I'm you know what? I'm going to tell them. And show yoina the dav. I forgot a piece of gold that looks like a yoina, and they're going to feel bad for me. I forgot a piece of gold like a yoina. Let's go back.
It's a heavy goat.
Amar
I think
lahu.
only he's going back.
No, then it's no problem.
Could be. No, it's not. I don't know. Yeah, maybe that he's going to go himself. It's not right.
What
So
is
they
he
should
implying
wait
by
for
that?
him, probably.
What does
You
he
mean to
mean
say
by
wait
that?
for
You'll soon see. Amar lahu, he said, Anturali, please wait for me. Don't go. I'm running back because ansho yoina the dav. I forgot a yoina from gold. So they said, okay, Azel, he went back, Beidach, and he made the bracha of Birchas Hamazon, Ve'eshkach yoina the dav, and he found a yoina from Zol.
Which is a pellet because it ain't Simcha on the Nes.
He wasn't saying that.
Yes.
He wasn't.
He lies to
He
them.
was a Tana. He can't say something that's
Because
not
he
true.
said-
You learned the Gemara that he thought he was going to find it. He gave him a reason. He gave him a reason why.
came to him.
He's saying that if he's going to find it, it's on the Nes. If he's not going to find it, how can he say something that's not true?
He said it wasn't. How did he say lechatchila? Oh,
Just
yeah.
tell him. You should have just told him, listen, pals, you want to go on your way and let me go back in. It'll be on your head. Then maybe they would have stayed. He's a Tana, but he's a Tana. Why should they leave it? Why should they? If you're traveling and all of a sudden Ramosha Feinstein wants to go back to bench, you're going to go say, okay, Ramosha Feinstein, you go over here. We're going to go
It was a rough crowd.
Yeah, they were dusty. Like they were itchy. They wanted to go to wash their feet.
Zog the Gemara, Maishna yoina. Why is the yoina different? So the Gemara answers, the mislik Knesset Yisrael yoinik is a Knesset Yisrael is compared to a yoina. The Ksiv, it says in the Pasuk, Kan for yoina nechpa bakesav every sebe yereh krek chorutz. Ma yoina in itzel itzel bekanfe. A yoina, the Hatzalah it saves itself from a serious situation through its wings. It flies away from danger, or it fights back through its wings. Af Yisrael and itself said about mitzvahs. Yidden also and itself through the mitzvahs. There's also another Gemara that says the same thing
When they went
about Elisha about Nefai. That the Gemara says in Shabbos that the Romans said a person that wears tefillin Yanakru B'Chadel will knock out the brains out of his skull. And that Elisha was caught wearing tefillin. He ran away and he grabbed his tefillin and put it in his hand. So the soldier said, open his hand. And he said, what do you have inside? So he said, I have a yoina. So he opened his hand and taka, there was a yoina. The Gemara says, what was the reason? So why dafka yoina? So the Gemara answers, because a yoina is protected, Megina is protected through its wings. Firstly, it's interesting, here the Gemara says, Netzelis, over there, Megina. But just before we go further,
Every bird is safe through its wings.
yeah. So the Tosfos says there in the Mashab brings that the Yoina has two chidushim. One chidush in the Yoina is that the Medrash says that a Yoina is only niskekes labazuga, Mashenk and other birds. So that's why Yidden and the Eibishter only niskek to the Eibishter. And therefore, that's why Yidden Dafka are Murumas Yoina. And there's a second reason. But what's the Indian over here? The Gemara says, Maishna Yoina. So who's the question? The question is on the Rebbeinu Shalom, the question is on Elisha. The question is here on Rabbi Yochanan, or the question is on the Rebbeinu Shalom? The question is
on him. He
said Yoina. Oh. Very good. So the question is on him because he said Yoina. So the shaila is, why did Elisha decide to say Yoina? Why didn't he say football? Why did Rabbi Yochanan say Yoina? Why didn't he say it? So the Gemara answers. Because a mitzvah is compared, the Yidden are compared to a yoina, and the mitzvah is compared to the wings. And the Alter Rebbe says in Tanya that the Porchel Eila, what is Porchel Eila? When a Yid does a mitzvah, because he loves the Eibishter, and he has Avos Hashem and Yiras Hashem, so that makes that the mitzvah should fly up to the Eibishter, Porchel Eila. True that a yoin, the Alter Rebbe says from Hilchas Treifus is kosher, even if it's missing its two wings, it's a kosher bird. Because it's kosher. If you puncture the lung, it's not kosher. The heart, it's not kosher.
It's Tanya.
So when a Jew does the 613 mitzvahs, it's kosher. He's a kosher Jew. But does it mean that he's flying up to Kodesh Baruch Hu? No. Because he has no wings. The wings is Avos Hashem and Yiras Hashem. And that's the wings that allow that a Yid should soar up to the his mitzvah should come close to the Eibishter. So Elisha did a mitzvah, and his mitzvah was Mesiras Nefesh. Rabbi Babachon also, he was going out of his way to something that's difficult. So B'meila, why does he want to do a mitzvah when it's so difficult? Obviously because he loves the Eibishter, because he has Avos Hashem and Yiras Hashem. So therefore he loves the Eibishter so much he can't not do the mitzvah. So therefore he's like a yoina, which is very faithful. And not only is he like a yoina, but he has avaviyida, like the wings of a yoina. So Amela, the Eibishter made a miracle, mida keneged mida. So the emes is that maybe you could say like this: Chas v'sholem that Rabbi Yochanan lied, and Chas v'sholem that Elisha Bal Knafayim lied. Really, they both said the truth. There was a yoina, which is like a yid is a yoina. And the mitzvahs are like a yoina. And not only that, it's Zohov. Zohov is Yiras Shamayim. So because of his Yiras Shamayim, he wants to go. So he wants to go back. So he didn't mamish lie. He said something which is the be'emes. The Eibishter paid him back mida keneged mida, that it was begashmis, it came out. That it was really that way.
They didn't expect it. They didn't expect it, Mamish, to have it. They were saimech on that a Mamish a yoina is going to come out.
Right.
But it was still an emistic statement.
He thought that it was a yoina because the Jew is a yoina. The mitzvah is like the wings.
And it was really, he didn't leave the yoina over there. It's really by him, but he stretched the truth.
Exactly.
He stretched.
By the way, the yoina...
You can't say it was exactly truthful, but he stretched it.
Wait, did I hear right?
You're right.
The yoina was...
I was right.
Did I hear right? The yoina is missing two wings?
I said.
Who said that?
I said. So you said a yoina. He knew a yoina.
A person that does a mitzvah without Avos Hashem and Yiras Hashem, that's that the yoina is missing the wings.
But the yoina only has all the wings.
Unless you break it off. It's kosher still. It's still kosher. It's still kosher.
And Hashem
But it can't fly. So Jew does a mitzvah without Avos Hashem and Yiras Hashem, the mitzvah is kosher, but he's not flying up to Kodesh Baruch Hu.
It's not totally.
Right. Elisha did his mitzvah with a lot of Avos Hashem and Yiras Hashem. Then Daf Mem Tes and Shabbos. Daf Mem Tes and Shabbos.
Interesting. And just compare it.